Over time, we work with a lot of our clients who are looking for a quick and easy way to get headcount. Maybe headcount by division, department, employer, whatever it might be, active status, employee type. And we talk about things like Crystal Report Writer, Secure Query. Depending on their needs, we may do it in a number of different ways. But one of the first questions we'll ask is, what do you do with the data? What do you need it for? And sometimes it's just, hey, I need a head count of active employees in this department or this employer, or people hired after this date, that type stuff. Where again, we can do it with Crystal, we can do it with Secure Query, maybe you can do it with some of the canned reports. But one of the things we find is that a lot of our clients aren't aware of some of the functionality within HRMS that you can use for this really quick and easy. So if we look at View Edit Employee here, and you can see it comes up with this grid. And right here at the top, I've got my personal preferences set to only show me active. So I can see that's checked to active, no terminated, leave of absence, or other. And over here I can see records. I've got 45 active employees. Now, if you're a multiple employer organization, you want to make sure you're at the right level. I'm at Enterprise, so this is both of my companies. I've got a Canadian employer and a United States employer. I can filter that and again get more specific here if I want by changing that from Enterprise to a specific employer. But what I want to look at here is simply 45. And then if I check this box, do I have any leave of absence? I don't. If I check other, I see that went from 45 to 46. So that means I've got one other employee. So if I uncheck active, I can see, Wentworth Thundercloud is a temporary employee, so a not employee status here. So I can see, hey, I've got 46 people technically active, but one's not an employee. Again, I can uncheck these, or I can check this and say, hey, how many terminated employees do I have? And again, I've got 16 terminated. So depending on what we want to do and filter there, we can choose that. And I'm going to go back to my active status here. And then down here, if I want, I can quickly export this. If I say export, then I want to say active employees, and send this to my desktop. Then I've got a active employee CSV file out here I can open in Excel. And then by default, Excel trims those leading zeros. So if I don't want to convert that, maybe in my database, I've got employee IDs with leading zeros that I don't want those to be removed. Maybe I'm going to use this to import it into another system or something. Then my quick and easy thing here is if I select the entire workbook by clicking the upper corner, I can do format, auto column width, and then spread it all out. So now I've got a quick and easy list here: name, employee ID, social security, job title, a lot of information. I can get rid of stuff I don't want. I'm not using org level 4, so I can get rid of that column. I've got position, different things here. Now I've got a quick and easy export of my active employees that I can use for whatever purpose. Or if I just needed that head count, then I've got that information as well. So if I come back here, this is where we get into where a lot of our clients didn't know this actually existed. And it's kind of hidden over here. See this more options little link here? Doesn't look really like much of a link, but if you click on more options, you can get down here and then again filter and say, hey, I want to know how many of these 45 employees are in the HR department. So I've got 4 employees in HR, 4 active employees in the HR department. And if I said, hey, I want corporate, for whatever reason, I've got 3 in the corporate division and the HR department. So you can see how you can get kind of creative with your filtering here to get more specific counts. These are all of your org levels, and you can filter by any one of those. See, I'm not using one of these. I've got some of them labeled different things. Whatever they're labeled in your organization, you'll be able to filter and group by those. But over here is kind of one of the new things. If I want to see who reports to a specific person in my organization, for instance, I can see Anna Gordon. If I want, who reports to Anna Gordon that's active? Samuel Gonzalez. So I've got one person that reports to Anna Gordon. If I looked at Veronica Bell, I've got 5 people that report to Veronica. So you can see that kind of hierarchy here. And again, export this data if it's for any purpose. If I want all managers, maybe a specific employee type, show me only part-time. I've got 1 part-time employee in this database. Whether or not they're salaried or hourly, or job title. Job title contains manager. So you can see you don't even have to type it out, but these are job titles that contain manage. So manager, MANAG, or exact, and then choose a specific one. So if I will manage your human resources, and Joseph Black is the exact match for that one. What state their home state is. You can see that drop down, choose whichever one you want, and then filter maybe by last hire date. So if I wanted, who was hired in 2024. So January 1st of 2024, I've got 5 new hires this year that are currently active. So again, a quick and easy way to get to a head count by employee type, employee status, manager, org level, whatever it might be, employer, and export and do what you want with the data, or just say, hey, I've got 45 active employees. Let us know if this makes sense, or if there's anything else we can do to assist with getting information out of your system in the format you need. As always, we're glad to help.